Yes, we can start now. Would you just tell me a little bit about your characteristics, what you do, and your job title, how long you've been here for, and what you do?
So I've been with Downer for about 6.5 years now. So I started as a storeman, and my most current role is like a site supply chain manager for the Carter facility. So you've probably seen my title. I was purchasing team leader. I've recently taken over the logistics and distribution team as well. That happened fairly recently. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've got 2 purchasing people, a configuration coordinator, and we've got two storemen at the moment. And we've recently engaged a third-party logistics operator as well.
Right. So basically, what are your major responsibilities in the firm?
Responsibilities, I reduce our costs. That's a big one. So with the purchasing side of things, looking for cost savings where possible, reducing inventory holdings, trying to get more turns out of our inventory, and just hold as little as possible. So that's something that I've only just started looking into now. I've taken over the distribution side of it. And yeah, just ensuring that 100% die flop to the line, making sure the guys have what they need when they need it, making sure they've got enough security stock, and yeah.
Okay. Over the years you've been with the firm, what has been the firm's focus and direction towards growth?
So we've had a couple of hard years in the last few years, but we've kind of come out the other end of it. We were at one stage almost solely a manufacturing facility where we built brand new locomotives, brand new passenger trains. Unfortunately, with the current environment, that kind of wound up. So we don't actually manufacture new in this facility anymore. We're more pushing towards the maintenance side of things. So we went through a bit of a transformation business-wide, and tried to focus on this kind of relationships with our customers to help grow. And yeah, thankfully at the moment, I think things are booming. We're doing really well. Really close relationships with the likes of government contracts and things like that. So it's
so basically there's been a change in focus.
Yeah,
from manufacturing to other aspects.
That's right. Yeah, trying to go into more maintenance, and even with delivery of new contracts. Like at the moment, we've got the new trains for the New South Wales government. Just project managing the build of those as well.
Okay, could you tell me more about the changes? Like what actually led to those changes in focus and direction?
So when I first started here, we were building locomotives, and we had plenty of forward orders. There was the coal boom, so times were good. Coal companies were buying, and train operators were buying a lot of locomotives. So we had constant work. So I think as the downturn started to happen with the resources, we were seeing less and less orders come through, and then eventually it dried up. So operators were looking elsewhere for their locomotives, overseas. So we wound up our manufacturing facility here, part of the facility, and then focused on maintenance for a few years. So.
And did you go back to the manufacturing afterwards?
We still don't do any from scratch manufacturing in this facility at all. It's still all maintenance contracts. We do a little bit of, so these new trains that are coming through, we're doing little finishing touches on them before we hand them over, things like that. So.
Okay, that's good. And how do you? What can you say about the capabilities of the firm that actually enabled you to be able to adapt to those changes and change from the focus on manufacturing to the new strategies and direction it's currently undertaking?
So what was that? How?
What are those internal capabilities Like what's actually facilitated it to ensure a smooth changeover from what you were initially focused on to the new one?
So our big thing is we had, obviously we've got the rail background and knowledge, we've got all the infrastructure and the facility. We have improved on the infrastructure and the facility, and had a big investment. So we've just put in a brand new wheel shop and baby line to help service our freight and passenger customers to be able to do those scopes of work in-house. But yeah, there was a massive shift with the management and just focusing on our customers. You know, before it was, you know, we're a manufacturing firm, this is what we build, you know, and then just try and sell them. Whereas now it's like, okay, what are our major customers? What do they want from us? And then what do we need to do to meet their needs?
Okay, good. Would you say technology played a great role in this?
Yes. So up until that point, I have to say, yeah, probably a bit backward with technology. It was an old methodology. But yeah, I always say, you know, you don't work harder, work smarter. So we invested in new technology, new systems, just to help us lean out our company as well, and just help service our customers a lot better. So one of the big ones was we moved to a asset management system, so we could look after, rather than just build something and hand it over, we could then offer a service where we manage that asset for the life of the asset. And that entails all the maintenance work over those years. So that was a big strategy. But yeah, technology is a big part of it.
That's a lot. What would you say about the management styles? Did that play any role in the changes?
We've had a few changes in senior management. I think at the moment it's really positive, really focused on our customers, focused on people, focused on systems. So I've seen a huge amount of growth in the last few years. It's just been a really positive management style, you know, from what I experienced when I first came to the company. So, yeah,
so the management style plays a great role too.
Oh, absolutely.
In the successful transformation.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and how has this all these factors you mentioned? How have they led to improving the innovation in the company?
Well, just a necessity. What our customers want. Our customers wanted someone that can, you know, look after their assets, monitor their assets, and you know, be able to come up with maintenance plans and just be a bit smarter with how we do it. You know, introducing new technology into these trains, you know, that can increase the life of the trains, increase the safety, increase the reliability. Reliability is a big one. We've got a team now which recently dedicated to innovation and systems, and that's all they look at, and they look at how we can include technology into these assets and into our facilities, and you know, just to improve the processes. So yeah, there's been a massive shift towards it recently.
So all we talked about now just focused on the internal capabilities of the firm of Downer. Yep. Is that pronounced correctly?
Downer. Yeah.
Downer, yeah. So yeah, that's one aspect of what this whole research is all about. Then the second aspect would be the relationship with suppliers. Like, what would you say about Downer's relationship with their suppliers over time?
Yeah, we have a pretty good relationship. So we've got a lot of our key preferred suppliers. So we've got our category managers that work through the strategic procurement team out of head office. So they've put together different categories, and under each category there'll be one or two suppliers, major suppliers, our preferred suppliers for those categories. And through that they manage, you know, part availability, cost, you know, trying to get the best price possible. Things like that, and we work very closely with those companies all the way through down to us. We work very closely with those same companies. So, but then we also have our local suppliers that we know we can depend on, that we have that relationship with as well. So you kind of need a mix of both.
To what extent to these key cost suppliers? To what extent do they actually